What it do, T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6, Episode 12 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken seriously or literally, meaning my jokes and jones. So if that works for you, let's get into this review. So on last night's episode, we see Martell going to therapy because he says Mel put the kids in therapy, and the judge saw fit for him to be in therapy as well. Now, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all when I did my expose exposing Martell? I gave y'all all the receipts. Now, remember, earlier in the season, he said that he was going to therapy so he could be a better co-parent, making it seem like he was going on his own. But in all actuality, like I told you all, the judge had ordered him to go to therapy. Child, okay. And he says that he was hesitant at first. It wasn't about you being hesitant. You were disobeying the courts because he was supposed to go and he did not go. And then the judge last year around, what was that, September, told him if he did not go to therapy, that basically he will be held in contempt of court and, violating the rules of this, ongoing custody battle that was going on at the time. So he tells the therapist that he was mad at his mama because when he asked her to watch the kids, it's always an argument, but he constantly doing for her. And when he's hesitant to do for her, it's because she don't want to do for him. So his mama is greedy, selfish, a taker, much like him. So, more is being revealed of why you act the way that you act. Oh, okay. And the cat feels sorry for him because of the way that he does people. So he says that he doesn't feel his dad not being there affects the way that he is. Lies you tell. Lies you tell. It's the fact that your daddy wasn't there. It's the fact that your mama is the way that she is. And it's you being the way you are. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a grown man at this point and you making the decisions and the choices that you have decided to make. Then he says that his brother Montez was bad or is being bad. And I'm like, well, if he being bad, what are you? Bad and bougie? Because like, sir, just because he went to prison for a certain amount of time don't mean that y'all any different. You just bad in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, please. You just wear a suit and tie with yours. So Kimmi and Maurice go to a painting and wine class or whatever. And the lady says that the little glass things that they were going to make can't be washed in the dishwasher, have to be washed by hand or something like that. And he says washing dishes is her department. And she looked at him like, excuse you? Like, who is you talking to? Like, he is such a chauvinist. Like, oh my God. Lando Lakes gets on my absolute nerves. On my absolute nerves. I don't understand how Kimmi ain't cussed this man out yet for saying all the slick stuff that he be saying to her. And she be trying to be so diplomatic with him, but ain't no way you about to talk to me any kind of way and think I'm just supposed to sit there and take it. And then especially with us knowing what she going through and him being snarky like that. Ugh. But if she like it, I love a child. So then he tells Tisha and Marceau, who joined them on a double date, that she don't feel comfortable reprimanding Monster, and he doesn't feel like she needs him to get on him because she can do it herself. And I don't know how many ways and how many times she got to tell this man that he's not my child. Yes, he's my stepson. Yes, I love him. Yes, I'm here to parent him and watch over him, love him and support him and care for him and guide him. But at the end of the day, I am not his biological mother. And he has a mother that has feelings and a mother who I have had tension with since the beginning. I just can't go around reprimanding this woman's child like he's mine. Absolutely not. There are boundaries to certain things. Now, is Monster supposed to be disobedient and disrespectful to her? Absolutely not. And he does need to be checked by that. But the checking needs to come from you. Oh my God, you would think that he would get that. Oh my Lord, he's so pig-headed and think that he know everything and don't know nothing. Stupid. So then we see Martell and his brother. He has his brother Montez come over, who was recently paroled from jail and newly married. He an alright looking dude. He looked like a street dude, you know. And he asked Martell for, help, because right now he said he was working for FedEx. And, he ain't used to working on a 9-to-5 job. He used to getting it quick. So Martell invites him to come to the Black Expo, to network and meet people and, acting like he gonna help him and put him on. We'll see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice to see more of his family on the show. Didn't even know the man had a brother up until this episode. I don't remember him mentioning. Maybe he did, but he should have been brought. Well, the boy just got out of jail, so couldn't have brought him on the show. But it would be nice to see more of his family and him to build storylines outside of Mel. So Kimmi and Maurice but let me go back to Martell and Montez. It's funny to me to see Martell trying to put somebody else on when he can't put himself on. But okay. All righty. So Kimmi, Maurice, and Monster sit down and have a family conversation with Kiowa, who comes into town, because they need to sit down and talk about what's going on with Monster. So Kiowa says that something has to be done about him not doing chores because he's not being obedient when it comes to doing what he's supposed to do around the house. Maurice so-called got him doing his boot camp where he wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and doing chores and just dumb. Like, how is this helping anything? Like, just stupid. So she says that she wants to have a one-on-one dinner with Monster to discuss his grades because his grades aren't what they need to be either. And I felt a little bad for the young boy because he's sitting there having this conversation in front of his parents and his stepmother, and then a camera sitting in his face. That's embarrassing. He has people at school that's going to see him and watch him and talk about him. And then you got Maurice, reprimanding him. And, all kids got to go through it, but they ain't got to go through it on national television. I felt like that was something that should have been held off camera. Because at the end of the day, y'all signed up to be on a reality show. He did not. And it's obvious that he was uncomfortable. He was embarrassed. Of course, he didn't want to speak up during that moment because he got a camera in his face. And you would think that Maurice would understood that. Like, come on, bro. Like, he want to be so smart and is so dumb. So dumb. He is an airhead. Oh, my God. So, Maurice was like, no. So Monster leaves the room and Kiowa poses the question, could he be dealing with feelings maybe of missing her, or, maybe he going through something and he don't know how to articulate that or feel comfortable enough with talking to you about it. So Maurice was like, maybe he do miss you because you baby him. That's her son. That's a mom's job, is to baby. I'm sorry. When it comes to your boys, it's a different relationship when it comes from mothers to sons. I don't know how it is to have a daughter because I don't have one. And not to say that she's supposed to baby him to the point of not being able to grow as a man, but it's her job to love on him and make him feel safe and secure. You know what I'm saying? And also to get on him when it's need be. And I feel like Maurice is forgetting the fact that, yes, you have to be hard on him because he is a young man and he is a young Black man. You got to prepare him for the world. But then you also have to show your son love and sensitivity and support and allow him to be open enough to be willing to share his emotions and feelings and frustrations with you, because obviously he's bottling up his feelings because he don't feel comfortable enough talking to you about it, because you just gonna be dismissive and basically tell him to man up and this, that, and the third. And that's not how the way to go about things all the time. So Kimmi says that Maurice needs to spend more time with him. And he was like, I do spend time with him. I take him to school. I pick him up. And she and Kyle was like, that's not spending time with him. That's being his chauffeur. Talking to him all day in his ear, telling him what he doing wrong, what he needs to do right, how to do this. That's not spending time with somebody. That's not spending time at all. But you can't tell him nothing. You cannot tell Country Croc a thing, honey, because he is margarine. Can't nobody tell him he ain't fit. So, it said that Monster spends a lot of time alone in his room. Kimmi mentions that. So this boy, ain't really you know, got no friends or nothing. He ain't got no peers in the house. You know what I'm saying? It's probably very lonely for him. So once again, Maurice don't want to listen to nothing nobody say because he know everything and he is father of the year child. But okay. So Kimmi tells Maurice that Monster probably don't want to hear all of that talking and reprimanding him. Now, Kiowa at this point has left. And she suggests that they go to therapy, meaning him and Monster, and I think maybe even Kiowa. So Maurice was like, so we're going without you, being smart. And she was like, I feel like maybe that's something that y'all should do on y'all own, you know, because y'all need to build, you know, y'all relationship or whatever, or fix it. And Maurice is like, maybe you guys should meet more and work out y'all past, talking about her and Kyle. And she was like, we don't have a past. There's nothing to work out. So he's just being a jerk and condescending with her. And I'm like, when all of a sudden did this situation with Monster then turn into Kimmi and Kiowa need to sit down and work out their past? We 6 years into this and we still talking about this mess with her and Kiowa needing to understand that she wasn't a side chick. That ain't got nothing to do with Monster. And while Monster is behaving the way that he is behaving, once again, maybe if y'all stop calling him Monster, he would act different. Maybe if you start calling him Angel or Smart or independent or driven, you have to speak positivity into your child, and calling him Monster is not feeding in any type of positivity, okay? That was a cute little name maybe when he was a little kid, but not anymore. And once again, this ain't got nothing to do with Kimmi and Kiowa's relationship. They have come a long way, a long way. And having this conversation about if y'all messed around when they was married and this, that ain't, girl, get over it. Like, he just was deflecting because he didn't want to be told the truth about his parenting. So we then see Monster and Kiowa out to dinner one-on-one, and he tells his mama that he don't talk to people about his feelings. You know what I'm saying? And as a mom of a boy, I've been through that before. My son has said the same thing to me, you know, that he basically just keep everything to himself and try to figure things out. And that's the wrong way to go about things, because it can lead to confusion, depression, all types of things. And she asked would he want her around more. And he was like, yeah. And you just saw like the longing in his eyes. He misses his mama. He needs that motherly hug and love. He misses that. He yearns for it, because even though Kimmi is a mother figure, she's still not his mama at the end of the day. So we see Courtney and Stormi in the car driving, I guess, home from somewhere, and they talk about the situation between her mom and her Aunt Lisa. And Courtney says that Betty tries to keep Stormi to herself. She don't like the fact that she has a relationship with her sister. And I don't know where that comes from. I don't know if it comes from the way she raised Stormi. Maybe she wasn't available or present a lot. Maybe she doesn't like the closeness between her and Lisa. I don't know, but Miss Betty is miserable. She really honestly is. And that's ridiculous of you to try to keep your daughter away from your sister. Like, what are you doing? So Stormi says, you know, she always wanted a big family because she was the only child. And she says that her and her mama be getting into it because she doesn't want her to talk to her Aunt Lisa. And at this point, I feel like Stormi needs to put her foot down when it comes to her mama. And that's sometimes what you have to do with parents, because, you know, mamas and daddies be stuck, well, I'm the mama. You do as I say. You don't tell me what to do and da-da-da-da. But they fail to realize I'm not a child anymore. You can't make me do anything. You can't whoop me, like, at the end of the day. And if I have to set boundaries with you, I will. And I think that's what needs to be done with her mama, for her mama to maybe step into the light, Carol Ann, okay? Overall, I'm going to give last night's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville a C+. It was cute. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell button. Tuesday, I'll be dropping my BET Awards Fashion Killer video, so be on the lookout for it as well. Love you guys. See you on the next video. Bye.